Why is Pokemon all of a sudden doing a Legends game? You may be asking that yourself. Why is it? Well, I'm going to be answering that question in this video. Well, trying to answer the question. Anyways, let's just get straight into the video. All right, so I wanted to talk about this because there's been a lot of interest in Pokemon Legends ZA lately. Well, yeah, because it's just been announced. So, what does this mean for the Pokemon franchise? It means that they're gonna have a good game because they don't have any other games to work on. So they have all the time and focus and all the energy onto that one game. There's a video on all breaking that down up there in the corner if you want to go check that out. So, Pokemon. The reason why they're doing a Pokemon Legends game is most likely because of Palworld and how good that game sold. So, if they make another Legends game, they can innovate without destroying the franchise. So, what I mean by that is they can pretty much add whatever they want in the Legends game. Maybe not guns and stuff like Palworld, but they can pretty much add anything they want to, and everyone will like it. But let's just say they take Generation 9 or something and make like a main series Pokemon game and then add whatever they want. That may come off as pretty harmful to their franchise. So this is probably why they're doing a Legends game. So they can add whatever they want. Legends Arceus came out pretty good. They had other games to work on. They had Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl just released around that time. Sword and Shield had the DLC around that time too. So there were a lot of things on their plate. So if they really want to have the best game possible, this is probably the best scenario that we're going to see for the upcoming Pokemon games, because there's none this year. So we already talked about this. There's none this year, so you don't have to be like, "Ooh, where's my Pokemon game this year?" Yeah, that's strange. There's none this year. Okay, we can play a different game or something, or just continue with Scarlet and Violet or any other Pokemon game on the Switch, maybe the DS if you want to go back to those. But there's not going to be any new Pokemon game. But that doesn't mean that you're not gonna have any games to play, because maybe you're a strict Pokemon fan and you don't play any other games. Well, maybe you should try different games. I don't know. Maybe you'll like Palworld. If you haven't played Palworld, you should try it. No, it's not a copy of Pokemon because it's very different. There's a lot of heat going around that game. But I just want to say my honest opinion on this game. It's not a copy of Pokemon. If you count the Pokeballs, I guess, or the Pal Balls, Pal Spears, a copy. Well, there's other games. Pokemon's not just the only one with the Pal Ball. Yeah, or the Pokeball, whatever. Oh, man. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. The reason why, so that they could be innovating in the game, we have talked Palworld. Palworld innovated a lot and made it such a cool game. So if they really want to, the graphics probably have to get a little step up. The Pokeball, the mechanics, Pokeball throwing mechanics, that was pretty good in Legends Arceus. Maybe a little upgrade wouldn't hurt. This quest, the story, maybe that may need an upgrade, but I personally like Pokemon games without any story because I'm just sitting there clicking, click, 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 click. Sitting there, should get an auto clicker because there's so much text and stuff, and you're sitting there for like 3 hours just going through the story and like, come on, I want to play. Yeah, so maybe less story would be a good example of a great game. Less story. Now, what else here? Crafting. Well, we already had that in Legends Arceus, but crafting balls could be something like that. Or maybe even, imagine breeding like Pokemon Legends Arceus, kind of like Power, but not. That'd be pretty cool. Shinies, hopefully, are going to come back like super strong how they were in Legends Arceus. It was so easy to find a shiny Pokemon in that game. It was super, super cool. I liked that game for that. Until the update came down and made it pretty interestingly hard to find a shiny. I keep saying interesting one. Alright. So maybe another thing that they could do. They are making a new Pokemon TCG game. The card game that you could go. Maybe they're gonna make it so you can transfer your cards or something, like the Pokemon from the card into the game. That would be pretty cool because it is set in Kalos. So yeah, it's set in Kalos. Maybe we're gonna see the starters again because it's technically supposed to be the upgraded version of X and Y. So if it's set in Kalos, does that mean that we're gonna get Froakie and what's the starters for that game? Oshawott or something? I don't know. The starters, Fennekin and something else. Does that mean that we're gonna see those starters? That could be very possible. We're also gonna most likely see the return of Xerneas and Yveltal for that, and also for was it Zygarde that was supposed to be in that game? I think it might have been Zygarde. XY. Anyways, yeah. So hopefully we're gonna see the return of a whole bunch of awesome things. This is really awesome that they're doing another Legends game. I honestly didn't really see the day that they would do another Legends game because the game did not sell the greatest, but it still sold really good. It didn't sell at highest Pokemon game sold, but it's still a good one. And also, there could also be the return of special controllers or steel books and things for the actual release of the game. That would be a really amazing feeling to go into GameStop and get that, or whatever your game store is, or maybe one of those special events that you have to walk into GameStop or walk into somewhere and get your cool little code to get a special thing, or a special Banum, special shiny, maybe mythical Mew, maybe, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I think it's amazing that they're doing this. So I honestly can't wait for Pokemon Legends Z A. Why is it A though? So the reason why I think it's A would be Pokemon Z would be XY and then Z because it's the continuation of that. But then the A is probably for Advance. Maybe it's set in the future because judging by the trailer, it does seem to be set but in the future. So that's really, really cool. And yeah, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, maybe subscribing if you are new. And yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.